Good afternoon, people. Back out to the workshop. In fact, I've only just come in to grab the camera to go back out because I asked you a question. When was the last time I said I love my MFT top or style of top? And I've just been using it. I've actually just started to put stuff away and I thought, nah, while the dust clears, there was still a little bit, I'll come back out here again. What triggered my desire to make a video was the fact that sometimes we can buy into buying well-priced or high-priced items for little gain. Will that high-price item be helpful? Hell yes. But is it necessary? Hell no. Not all the time. And lowly things like your bench dogs, and in my case, the standoffs like this, can in themselves be enough to take the place of said expensive item. In this case, I'm talking about a fence dedicated to the saw, the track saw setup. Now, I've got a couple of the U-Butte fences, but you're kind of guessing where I'm going. I'm using these at the drop of a hat instead of a fence. So wedding myself to a particular concept of what a workshop or track saw setup needs to be can blind you. And bench dogs, cheap, put in your holes in the correct position, allows you to cut sheets accurately, literally at the drop of a hat. And that's what I just found just now. And I know that it was a much easier job because of using something that's simple. The more it's not capable of doing any of the other jobs that a fence would do, a proper fence located well with stops, etc. But for the majority of the time, you really don't need that, and you could make do for quite some time with things like this instead of having to fork out for the U-Butte fences, which, as I said, I've got. These were able to be placed in the holes required, and then initially it was just one here, or actually one there, and one down here, and that allowed me to get some full-length sheets in, an 8-foot sheet or a 2x440 sheet along there, butt up against the stops, and I could cut my panel down to size. Then I realised, oh, hang on, I need to cut the other end, another piece out, so I was able to put the stop down here to locate the board. Pretty much the job of a fence, but you'd need two fences if you were going to do that, or the problem. So I can pop these anywhere except there, because that's where the saw goes. I can pop these anywhere, and then while I was cutting down one of the sheets, I had to not use just the way it worked out. I couldn't use the setup here, so I just came along here, put a dog in. Actually, it was not that one. That one's tight. Put a dog in there, and this little extension block thingy, because it's been made with the accuracy of the rest of the top, I was able to pop a dog in there to rest my sheet up against so I could cut it easily and accurately. And that's what just made me think, it really is, it's actually incumbent upon us actually to try and make use of, to try and get the output that we want with the minimal of tools or items or accessories, because that's going to appeal to a bigger number of people. To be fair, I'm one of those people that would prefer to do things like this than having something that's overly involved or clever or expensive. So I'm kind of protecting my own ego a bit, but I still fall into the trap of buying those nice got to have items. Well, you've got to have them for a very specific reason if you've got to. Can't get much more basic than that. It is not even a bench dog. It's a machine standoff. In here, blah, 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 somewhere, I've got a whole pile of bench dogs. Why didn't I use those? Well, because I already had these out. That's why. I've got the bench dogs for use. No questions asked there. And yes, I have got the fence in there as well if I choose to use it, which I don't need to at the moment. Yippee. So, yeah, that's all the video is about. Sometimes, don't get carried away with thinking that you need some of these they don't even have to be expensive, but if you have to buy them, it is an expense. Whereas used wherever I want around the MFT style of top. Yay. So yeah, and in fact you could say they're free because I've already got them for another purpose, so I'm just repurposing, using them in a different manner. Don't laugh. But in a different manner so that I can get the output that I want. Yay. And I'm learning that more and more with my MFT style of top on my miter saw. And there's been videos already made about that and more up and coming. Looking forward to getting into that. However, with all that said, I had to cut down some sheets. I went and grabbed some the other day from my local supplier, the side of the road outside a joinery shop, and I cut some down. I got another one and I wanted to cut down. I've done that. I'm just starting to build up rough or docked down out of the full length sheets, etc., some of the components for the storage units that I want to make up over there. And there's going to be a bit of material. Wow, my mouth is not working properly. There's going to be a bit of material required to make the unit, so I'm starting to accumulate those parts now. I needed to do that and get them off of the table, figuratively and literally, so I can hook into this, which is a set of planters that a friend of mine wanted me to build for him. So that's what's going on the worktop. Now, the question I have is, because it's rough sawn and it's wet, should I cover the workstation with a sacrificial, like a thin sheet of something? At the moment, I really haven't got a thin sheet of much, but I have got some heavy pieces over there that I might put on, because I noticed the other day when I had them stacked up, a lot of it, not sweated, but it was drying out and it's getting a lot of moisture onto the table. Now, the melamine is pretty impervious to water, yeah, but the holes aren't. So maybe that would be a very prudent thing to do. Might as well keep this in as good a condition as possible for as long as possible. Yeah, so anyway, you'll probably see a video, maybe, of me making, almost certainly, of me assembling those. Literally, there's hundreds of videos of a very similar ilk on the YouTube using the, just building up the corners and etc. It's just boxing, actually. Well, it's not. It's treated, it's ground treated 200 by 25, and there's just nothing flash about it. But once it's all dried out and painted, they'll look pretty good. So, rightio, that's it. Better get some stuff done and get that inside. Rightio, see you in the next one now. Bye.